Have you ever felt like you were in over your head and you have that moment of panic? A number of years ago, I've talked about this some in my devotionals. I was rebuilding the deck on the back of my house, and I had to tear it all down. As I did that, I could see that the rim joist, which is the joist that runs along the side of your house and what your deck typically attaches to, was rotted out in many places. And I just felt like, I don't know what to do here. And we have those moments in our relationship with the Lord as we're living life. We're in over our heads. Where do we get the confidence? We're in moments of duress, maybe even suffering. Where do we get the confidence to carry on? And the writer of Hebrews, the pastor, wants to tell us that we have a lasting reward and there's reason to continue on. Let me read from Hebrews chapter 10, beginning in verse 32. Remember those early days of their faith, after you had received the light, when you endured in great conflict full of suffering. Sometimes you were publicly exposed to insult and persecution. They're talking about how they received Christ, and many people, the secular world, but also the Jewish faith community, kind of ridiculed that. Sometimes you were publicly exposed to insult and persecution. At other times you stood side by side with those who were so treated. You suffered along with those in prison and joyfully accepted the confiscation of your property, because you knew that you yourselves had a better and lasting possession. So do not throw away your confidence. It will be richly rewarded. Keep on believing. It's hard sometimes, we just get discouraged. And there are times when even the best of us don't believe in what God can do through us. I want to tell you a baseball story. You know the name Willie Mays. Anybody knows baseball knows the name Willie Mays. He's widely considered to be the best and greatest baseball player of all time. Now, he started in the 50s, late 40s, in the Negro Leagues, but quickly moved over to the Major League farm system for the New York Giants. And one writer said he tore through the minors like buckshot through tissue paper. He had a batting average of 477, and he just was an amazing player. The New York Giants called Willie Mays up to the major leagues, and he had his MLB debut on May 25th in 1951. And Mays promptly went into a hitting slump. Mays went hitless in his first 12 plate appearances over 3 games. He did break through with a hit, and it was a home run, but then he went hitless again for his next 13 appearances, and many people started saying, Mays, he just can't hit the curve. And after a game with the Pirates, some of the coaches of the New York Giants found Mays crying in the clubhouse, and they brought him to the manager of the New York Giants, Leo DeRocher, and Mays said, "You need to send me back to the minor leagues. I just can't hit big league pitching." And here's what Leo DeRocher told him: "As long as I'm the manager of the Giants, you are my center fielder. Tomorrow, next week, next month, you are here to stay." 1 month later, late June, his batting average was over 320. In just a month, he increased it that much. Confidence, or lack thereof, can cripple us, and it can blind us to the truth about who we are and how we can be used, and we tend to give up. And what the writer of Hebrews, the pastor of Hebrews, is trying to tell us all, look, God is so committed to you that he sent his son to die for you, and he opened up the way of life and intimacy into the Holy of Holies. Don't throw that away. Because when you know that you are loved and cared for by the creator of the universe, yeah, you might have difficulty, but you know there is something better for you. And that hope gives us resilience and helps us to carry on. What do you believe? Do you believe that you are loved? You should, because it will change everything. Blessings on you all.